ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to this first look at sports on a Wednesday. I'm Julian Gibson. Last night in the Providence Softball Association action, the Sigma Brackets outlasted the Proper Care Pool Lady Sharks 6-5. Now in the opening game, this one was a mismatch. The Andre Gardner Buccaneers blasted the Miller Arms 23-8. Sounds like a football game. Meanwhile, still talking softball, Long Island will not be represented at this year's Bahamas Softball Federation Round Robin Tournament. A frustrating situation for Long Island President Ted Miller.
It means playing softball. One, it means that it's harder to get started when you stop. And you always want to be represented to the big dance when this come around. So, yeah, disappointed that we're not there. The interest is there. I talk with players individually, but they always express how we going to get to the park, who going to sponsor us, who going to do this thing and the next thing.
And from boxing, if Jermaine Choo Choo Mackey cannot get a fight right here in the Bahamas, he will head off to Timbuktu.
I have an agent in Miami. We're negotiating right now with a fight for next month in Nevada and Vegas. So the negotiations is up and down, but we're trying to sort out the paperwork so that when I reach there, all I have to do is go in the ring and do my job.
You say you're still inside the gym, but how hard is it to stay inside the gym and not have any maybe fight time inside the ring?
Well, I like to say hats off to Ronaldo Miners and the amateur boxers. They are strikers. I go in there and I help participate with them, help give them a hand, and just try to keep myself sharp along with my running and my training.
Recently, Bahamas Basketball Federation President Charlie Softly Rubin stated that he would like to see more Family Island athletes on our national team. Kevin K.J. Johnson, do you agree?
It's good to say, but the Family Island athletes, if they're good enough, yeah, we should. We shouldn't be excluded any Family Island athlete if they're good enough to play on any tournament, in any basketball, whether it's basketball, volleyball, track. You have, Moores Island, we have took kids from Garifta, but if we have a national team tryout, we got to send them out to try out. We can't just say we need more Family Island team players on the team. It's good to say, but come when you have a tryout, let's see how well you play against the top of the top, best of the best. We come back to funding, getting these kids from the Family Island, putting them up, providing housing and meals for these kids, and that's what I'm talking about. Just getting everything organized so the national teams will be better.
In fact, KJ is doing his part to trying to improve, that is, Family Island basketball.
That's what it's about, inviting these other islands out, coming in so they can participate at a higher level, and that they could go back and work on their game, work on their craft, so they can become better, not only better students, but better athletes to represent the country one day.
Last night at the Candlelight 6 Gym, in Summer of Thunder action, it was Wisconsin Green Bay defeating the Mailboat Cybots. Now, despite the loss, Cybots players say the whole summer has been a learning experience.
It's a bit different, seeing different faces, playing new styles and stuff. I mean, it's just awesome.
This is a learning tool for us. Playing these college guys, we know they're system oriented. They're going to run a bunch of plays, play hard defense. So what we do, we try to gauge ourselves with them. If we could come out and compete with these guys, we know during the league, we'll be able to win some games.
We're using this for practice going into the government league and also preparing for night league.
The summer is always good once you're coming off a championship. We're the champions, so it's good for us. Unlike last year, it was disappointing. We're getting a lot of good games in that's going to help us in the next season. So far, so good.
Now, Director of International Competition for the Bahamas Basketball Federation, Sean Bastian, says that these games have impacted the local talent here.
We've won 3 games, and it speaks volume in that a month before we started, the local teams made a commitment, and they worked out for 1 month every Tuesdays and Thursday at CI Gibson, and that speaks with their conditioning and their strength. We had at least about 8 games that were nail biters, and it just speaks that the teams already take a lot of commitment and getting their bodies in shape.
Now, with the Summer of Thunder coming to an end tomorrow, Bastian says that the future looks great for this major sporting event.
This year, fan support was very, very impressive. We had a lot of fans came out, coaches and players, and they really, came out and support Summer Thunder, and that's a plus moving forward. And I see the future of Summer Thunder being very successful. In 2 months, we'll be able to sign 2 more major Division I teams who will be participating in the 2014 Summer Thunder. The Summer Thunder has been a tournament that we would like to take it into other Family Islands. Hopefully next year we'd like to take it into Grand Baham and hopefully Bimini. Other federations should take this Summer Thunder mold and try to mold their tournaments after this. For a whole month, you had at least over 9 teams came in, and each team had at least about 3 or 5 games, and it just speaks of the growth and development of basketball here in the Bahamas.
The C.I. Gibson Gym is about to undergo a major facelift, so says Evan Vistam, Director of Sports at the Ministry of Education.
When we went, Ministry of Works went in. They scoped the area, a lot of room, a lot of renovation to actually happen. But what we are most pleased about is the floor itself. What we're very, very happy about is C.I. Gibson has a protective mat that they're able to put down. We're concerned about some ventilation, getting ventilation into the gym, and once that floor is protected, we'll be fine.
Well, that's all the time for Sports on Wednesday. Once again, I'm Julian Gibson. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues in a moment.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.